Hi guys, welcome back to another third grade math lesson. My name is Miss Chismar and today we're going to be working on division with arrays. So as always, we're going to go ahead and get started with a brief warm-up. So go ahead and grab your whiteboards and markers so we can go ahead and get started. So we have some repeated addition equations here, and I want us to take them and turn them into division sentences. So I'm going to do the first one as an example. We'll do the second one together, and then I'm going to have you guys do the last one on your own. So first thing I need to do to find out what the division sentence is going to be is to solve the problem. So 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. So now I have my total. I'm going to take 15, and it's going to be divided by the number, or by 5. So the number we're adding by, and it's going to equal the number of times we wrote 5. So we wrote 5 3 times here. 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. All right, so now let's go ahead and do the next one together. So go ahead and grab your markers. So first thing we're gonna do, solve the problem. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12, and 12 plus 4 is 16. So we're gonna take our total. That's gonna be the first part of our problem. We're gonna divide it by the number we're adding by, which is 4. And it's going to equal the number of times that we wrote 4. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Go ahead and pause the video here and try out the last one. When you press play, I'm gonna go over it. So the first thing we have to do is solve the problem. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12. So we have our total divided by the number we're adding by, which is 3, equals the number of times, 1, 2, 3, 4, equals the number of times we added it. So we added it 4 times. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen real quick and move on to our application problem for today. So 20 children play a game, and there are 5 children on each team. How many teams play the game? Write a division sentence to represent the problem. So we're going to start with our total. We have 20 children altogether, so that's our total. And we want to have 5 people on each team. So that's the number we're dividing by. And so how many teams are we going to have? That's what we're looking for. So I am going to draw a picture. And so I'm going to separate, actually, I'm going to use a stamper. I'm going to use a star. Each star is one person. So I'm going to do the fair share process. So I'm going to make groups of 5 until I get to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 20. So how many do I have? Let's look. Where's my pen? So I have 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams, and 4 teams. So 20 people with 5 people on each team equals 4 teams. So we took those and we made groups of 5 because we know that there are going to be 5 people on each team, and we made enough groups until we hit 20, and that only needed 4 teams for that. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna move on to our next problem. So now I have an array here, and this is an array based on the last problem. So there are 20 circles here, and there are 4, each row is a team, and there are 5 people on each team. So we're gonna write the division sentence again, but we're gonna base it off the array. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we have 20 circles. So 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 20 circles. And now we're gonna divide. We're gonna make a division sentence again. And so we're dividing each row by how many circles are in each row. So 20 divided by 5, because there are 5 circles in each row, gives us how many rows? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So is that the same as what we had the last time and with our last problem? This is just a different strategy for you to utilize in order to solve division and to write division sentences. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen. We're going to try it again with a different problem. So now I'm going to make an array 8 divided by 2. I'm going to use my stamper. So 8 divided by 2. So I'm going to make 8 groups with 2 in each. So 1. So I'm going to make 2 rows of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. So here's my array. It's a little crooked. I apologize for that. But I have 2 rows with 8 in each. So now I'm going to write my division sentence. Wait. So it's going to be 8. Okay. So now I'm going to make my array. We're doing 8 divided by 2. And so that means I'm going to have 8 circles or 8, I'm using hearts. So 8 hearts in total, and I want to have 2 rows of them. So we're going to make groups of 2 until I get to 8. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. So now how many rows do I have? That's what we're looking at. So I have 8, and I divided it by 2. That's how many, because that's how many are in each group. And now I have a total of how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Now we're going to do the same thing with 18. So we need to have 18 total, but we need to have 6 in each group. So I'm going to make rows of 6 until I hit 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I have 12. 3, 4, 5, 6. So now that's 18. So now I'm going to write my sentence. 18 divided by 6 equals, now how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. That's how we make the arrays. We make the arrays based on what the sentence says. We find how many groups we have total, and then we solve. Move on. So here's just another array. We're going to do some more practice. I want you guys to use your counters, draw this, or use your counters to make this array, and I want you to find a division sentence for me. So go ahead and pause this video, make your array, find your division sentence, and then we're going to go over it. So first thing I'm going to do is find out how many circles I have. I have 5, 10, I have 15 circles total. So that's my total number, my first number. And I'm going to divide it by the number of circles that we have in each row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles in each row. And so how many rows do I have in total? I have 1, 2, and 3. So you should have 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Let's go ahead and check the last page that I have here. So now I want you to make 2 rows, using your counters, 2 rows of 7. So I'm going to use my stamper, I'm going to make that. 2 rows of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now we're going to write our division sentence. So first thing we need to find is the total. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stars total. So 14 divided by the number of stars in each row. I have 7 stars in each row equals, how many rows do I have? Well, we already know I have 2 rows. So 14 divided by 7 equals 2. Let's try it again with the next one. So 4 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 4 rows of 3. Now we need to find our total. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 12, which is our total, divided by the total number, the number of stars in each row, which is 3, equals how many rows I have total. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So that's pretty much how we use division and arrays. It's just it's just another strategy for us to try out. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen real quick and move over to the problem set for us to take a look at. And it is right here. Go ahead and share my screen. That's not what I want. All right, let's take a look at the problem set. So Rick puts 15 tennis balls into cans. Each can holds 3 balls. Circle groups of 3 to show the balls in each can. So that one's pretty simple. We're just going to circle. So 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So we have 5 groups, so Rick needs 5 cans. 5 groups times 3 in each equals 15. So 15 divided by 3 groups is equal to 5. Here we go. We'll move down to the next problem. Rick uses 15 tennis balls to make 5 equal groups. Draw to show how many tennis balls are in each group. So we just did that. I'm going to use a stamper. It's the same thing as what we did in the problem before, but instead of circling, we're going to make groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we have 5 groups. There are 3 balls in each group. 5 times 5 groups times 3 in each equals 15. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. All right, let's move down to the next problem. Use an array to model problem 1. So that's the same problem we've been doing. We're going to take it and we're going to draw an array. So remember, we had 5 cans, so we're going to have 5 rows, and there were 3 in each. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So this is what our array is going to look like. So we have 5 groups with 3 in each equals 15. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Remember, multiplication and division are opposites, so they're going to be the opposite of what we just did. And the same thing, they work in reverse. 5 times 3 equals 15. 15 divided by 3, or 15 divided by 5 equals 3. We're not going to worry about these right now, so we can go ahead and skip over that. So yeah, that's number 3. I'm going to clear my screen. Let's move on to the next one. Dina makes 21 jars of tomato sauce. She puts 7 jars in each box to sell to the market. How many boxes does she need? So it gives us a division and a multiplication problem. We're going to go ahead and draw this out. I use my star stamp again just because I like it. So we have 21 jars and she put 7 jars in each box. So I'm gonna make groups of 7 until I hit 21. 6, 7. So that's 7. Here's another group. That's 14. And that is 21. So how many groups do I have? So we can do it, solve this both ways. So I have 21 stars here. There are 7 in each row. So how many rows do I have? 3. And if I went the other way and I have 3 groups with 7 each, how many stars do I have in total? It would be 3 times 7 equals 21. All right, so she needs 3 boxes to take to the market. Again, we're not worrying about this one right now because I'm going to do another lesson on that. The teacher gives the equation 4 times blank equals 12. Charlie finds the answer by working and solving 12 divided by 4. Explain why Charlie's method works. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to solve this. You can use an array for this. So we have 12 total and 4 with 4 in each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make groups of 4 until I hit 12. 4, 8, and 12. So there are 3 rows of 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, which means that 4 times 3 equals 12. Why does this method work? Well, that is because multiplication and division are opposites of each other. So if I found out that 12 divided by 4 equals 3, that also means the same thing as 4 times 3 equals 12. So because they mean the same thing, it helps her find the answer to the problem. Whoops, okay, scrolling down. We're going to skip number 6 and go straight to the exit ticket. So Caesar arranges 12 note cards into rows of 6 for his presentation. Draw an array to represent the problem. I'm going to use hearts this time. 12 note cards into rows of 6. So I'm going to make groups of 6 until I hit 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So there is 12. So I have 12 total. I'm going to divide it into groups of 6. So I have 12 total with 6 in each group. So how many groups do I have in total? That is 2. Now let's look at it from a multiplication perspective. I have 6 in each group and I have 2 groups. So I have how many in total? I have 6 and 6. So 2 groups of 6 is equal to 12. And again, we are not worrying about this problem right now, just because I'm going to do another lesson on that later on. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and tune back in. So that's going to be our last problem for today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That's going to be the end of my lesson today. So I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and have a great rest of your day.